Hey bikepackers, thanks for following and watching this video where we set out on a 165 kilometre route departing from the great Comrie Croft Mountain Bike Trail Centre. They've got a great bike workshop, fantastic coffee and a great network of mountain bike trails you can ride before or after your trip. Left Comrie behind us, we headed out Glen, following the road up and over the moor and started our descent into Callander. It was a great opportunity for us to pick up some extra supplies for the night and days ahead. Leaving Callander, we set off from the Great Trossachs Path, also known as the Robroy Way, and followed the river up towards Loch Tay. Having left our stunning lochside pitch behind, we were joined by Crispin, who brought our group of Lindsay, Tracey and myself to fore. Following Glenogle, we headed north and then tacked right in the northeasterly direction towards Aberfeldy. We were high above Loch Tay, following estate roads on our way up to the reservoir. These tracks were fast and flowing and gave us a great opportunity to cover a little distance in the day. It was going to be a 70 plus kilometre day with over 5,500 feet of climbing. Any little glimpses of tarmac were a welcome respite. We followed it up to the reservoir and were greeted with fantastic panoramic views. A final few bits of climbing before we were going to be rewarded with an epic descent. This section of the Robroi Way you definitely want to do as a descent, dropping over 1500 feet from the reservoir down to Ardenoig, the shore of Loch Tay. The trail is tight and twisty, it's quite indistinct in places, and you have to follow through some swampy sections, and it can be quite indistinct. There are often large pools that allow you to see the path several hundred metres ahead. After a short spell following Loch Tay, we climbed again from a cairn up to the beautiful waterfalls. Following the path undulating along the hillside as it contoured high above Kennard, before a beautiful moonlit descent down into Aberfeldy. Ooh, nice. We were able to pick up some supplies for that night's dinner and the last day of our trip, and then headed on as we took the final ascent up to Loch Kennard for our camp. Having arrived under the cover of darkness, we woke to clear blue skies and a panoramic view of Loch Kennard from our pitch. We packed up with extra layers on and cooled hands as the temperature had dropped about 10 degrees overnight. We were grateful for the first climb of the day, which took us up onto the shoulder beside Mel Deg. This would be the highest point on our last day of our adventure. The descent from here down to Loch Quake would see us lose over 1,000 feet in less than 2 kilometres. sat down with some burgers and coffee and had a look back at some of the images from our trip. It had been a great 3 days, albeit the initial forecast was a bit rough for day one, but it really did come good. Blue skies, albeit cool temperatures, made for great bikepacking weather, and the autumnal colours in the glens and the lochs were outstanding. This area has so much to offer for bikepacking. I encourage anybody to look at the maps and link together the routes, but the Comrie Croft's a great place to start and finish your ride. Who can beat a coffee and a burger at the end of a long day on a bike? Plus, you've got the shop and other features there to help you with any problems. Hope you enjoyed the video, and hope you make your own adventures soon.